Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, everybody out there. Hey, this is Jeremy with Empower Paradise and Empower Network. Hey, just wanted to kind of jump in here today, talk to you a little bit about something I learned the other day. Thought it might be able to help you out, so you can take it or leave it. But I learned a little bit. I went to Austin, Texas last week, and spent some time with some people in my business and everything with the Empower Network, and I learned just a tremendous amount about a deeper reasoning for why you do things in your life and the why that you do things. Now, I've talked about this before in previous videos and in some blog posts that I've done as well. But I never really got that deeper sense of why until I had a real breakthrough in Austin, Texas last week. And again, I just want to share this with you because this is a real powerful thing in your life, and to understand why you do things is more important than you could ever possibly imagine. So we were sitting in there, and I'd heard people talk about different reasons why they wanted to do things. And one of the most common answers I heard why people want to do things, or why they do the things that they do in their life, was simply because 80% of the people said, well, I do it for money. And I said, well, okay, that makes pretty good sense, because hey, the way the economy is in the United States nowadays, the way certain things go, people need money, right? And I don't think that shies too far off the truth from other places in the world as well, because everybody wants money. But what I'll dare to do is I want to do a little exercise with you today and teach you something that was taught to me and see if it helps you out. And before I get started, as I go through this, you're probably going to get frustrated about points, about things that I do, but I want you to just take it for what it is and understand that there's a much deeper purpose behind this, and I want you to find your deeper purpose for why you do the things you do. And if you can't really give yourself good answers, maybe you need to take a better look at what you're doing in your life and how you do it, and then you can go from there to see what you want to do to get what you really want in life. I was asked, why do you work from home, Jeremy? Why do you do the things that you do, and why do you write blog posts? Why do you create videos? Why do you get on webinars, and why do you do coaching sessions, and why do you do personal development and all this stuff and education? And my answer is very simple, okay? At first, did I want to make a lot of money? Yes. And then the second part come along, okay, you want to make a lot of money. Okay, well, how much money do you want to make? Well, I'll tell you right now on camera, I'm making $30,000 by the middle of April when I go to Chicago. It's a done deal. That's what's going to happen. Whether you believe it or not, whether you like it or not, or whether you think it's funny or not, that's my intentions. But then when I was asked, well, why do you want to make $30,000? I said, wow, because I want to be able to do good things. I want to be able to help other people out. I want to be able to really kickstart my Skylar's Army nonprofit organization. I really want to do great things for people. I want to be able to give back to the community. I want to be able to take my family on a really cool vacation. I want to be able to go and pay for things and go surprise my parents and pay their next car payment, or and just do things that are really awesome for people. Or find out when I have a friend online that has to go to something for their business and they don't have any money, that I can go and say, let me buy your plane ticket, bro. I'll take care of that. So I take a deeper sense of why I want to do things. And see, I already knew that part. And I already knew what I wanted to do and what my intentions were. And it was deeper than money, but I found something a little deeper than that. And then I was asked, well, what will that do for you? And why would you do it? Why would you keep doing it? And what will that do for you? And my answer to that was very simple. I was like, well, okay, I want to do all those things for people because I like helping people. And I want to help people, and I want to do things. And I'm not talking just about a handout, but I'm talking about a hand up and a help, to make people better. Now, and I want to inspire people to let them know that you can do those things too. And when you pay it forward, you get a lot of good things in your life when you don't necessarily expect anything in return, except for just simply the basic thing that you want, and then the reason why you're doing it. And then so many other things come out in your life more than just money, because money's not the most important thing. So when I was asked that again, I said, well, I do. I just want to help people, and I want people to feel good about themselves. And then I was asked, well, once that happens, what will that do for you and why? And at that point, I started to get a little roadblocked in my mind, and I said, well, gosh, why do I want to do that? And then I thought, well, okay, I'll go back to being a little selfish, and I said, well, I want that sense of self-fulfillment. Like, I did something for someone, and, a little bit of that selfish pride and stuff back. And what that will get me is a sense of self-accomplishment. And then they said, well, okay, so once you do that, what will that do for you and why? So at this point, I got to admit, I was kind of rolling my eyes a little bit, and, and going, oh, what the hell do you want from me? What kind of answer you want to get from me? But there was a purpose, and continuing to ask me why. Because there's a point where you're going to run out of answers for why, and you're going to have to dig real deep into your soul. And this is what really come up to me, and what I found come up for a lot of people when they got to the bottom of this question. Sometimes you just don't have answers for everything, okay? And sometimes you're going to set goals in your life and you're going to reach certain plateaus. And once you hit that plateau and you've reached a goal, you're going to get stuck. And I don't care where you're at, stuck is stuck, as my friend Dave says. So once you get to that point, you have to reach for something bigger. But how do you reach for something bigger in your life? Is you have to find that deeper why. And you can't just say, well, I just want to make a bunch of money. Because as we all know, money is just a connection between where you're at and what you want to get. Really, why you do things for money is not because of the money. You do them because of the things that money can get you. But what you're going to come to find in your life is there's a lot of things that you can get that money can't buy. So, going back to when I was finally asked in the end, why do you really do this? And I said, well, because I want to live my life with purpose. Irregardless of what other people think about me or how crazy people think I am. I want to love. I want to love people without that fear and that fear of criticism that says, oh, you cornball, you want to love and other people and all this stuff that people call cheesy. I don't care. I care about people and I want people to do well. And some people just won't. And sometimes I'm a little abrasive because people piss me off because they just act stupid about their life and they don't realize that there's so much more to offer than just this stupid front that they put up in front of them and try to act like that they're something that they're not. To bare your naked soul to the world on a webinar or on a camera or in front of a crowd of people takes a lot of courage and a lot of effort to go out and just say, this is who I am, whether you like me or not, whether you think I'm nuts or not, whether you think I'm a dork or not. It really doesn't matter. Because you know what? There's been so much that's happened over the years. And I talked about this on another video that I did. But people in this world have tried dishonesty. They've tried goofy-ass sales pitches. They've tried, all this butt touching and all this garbage and all these fronts and these facades. And you can just go on and on and on and on and on about the crap that they've done to try to get people to do what they want them to do. So you know why I love doing what I do? Here's another why. I love doing what I do because I just get to be me. I just get to be Jeremy Sykes. I get to be the person that I am now, that I've always been. And I don't have to put on a suit and a tie. And I don't have to dance around. And I can say ass or crazy mofo or whatever I want. And if people get offended by that, that's okay, because those are not people that I really want to associate with. I'm not looking to associate with shallow-minded people. I like people who have big, open minds. I love people who think big. for themselves. And it don't even have to be the way I think. But I love people that have ambitions and goals. And I love working with people who do great things, that want to do great things in their life, and that are doing great things in their life. And if they're not doing them yet and they really want to help open up their mind to more of that. You know, because there's more to life than just, you know, acting like you're something that you're not, and just being just so full of shit, man. I don't want that, man. I don't want that in my life, and I don't understand why anybody else does either. People with their pretend lives, okay? Let me tell you something about money, okay? Now this may be easy to say because I'm not rich yet, and I'm starting to make pretty good money doing this internet thing, and I'm going to end up blowing people away with what I'm going to do, and every intention that I will fulfill because I get exactly what I want because I go after it, and I'm going to do it through giving service and value to others. But let me tell you something about money, okay? I used to chase money all the time. I've failed at so many businesses, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I would turn on a camera just like this, and I'd button up my collar, and I would say, "Let me tell you about my simple 3-step system that will bring you to success. And I'm going to tell you why it's the greatest thing since sliced bread, and that we have the perfect system, and then we do all this." And you know what? When I was staring at that camera, the only thing I ever really thought about before was, oh my God, I just hope somebody buys something. I hope somebody gets something from me. But then I'm going to tell you what happened. Is when my son got sick in December of 2011, and that rug got yanked out from under me and my wife Mindy, I'm going to tell you, something happened to me. Money all of a sudden become garbage to me, okay? It didn't become worth crap to me. And I'm going to tell you why. Because when you look at your little boy or your little girl and you look them in the eyes and you know that you have faith that they'll live, but you know that they're probably going to die, let me tell you something. Money don't mean shit to you no more, okay? It don't mean nothing. Real things that money can't buy start mattering to you. About experiencing your life and realizing that 5 seconds after I shut this video camera off that I might not even be here, okay? Or that your kids might not be here, your parents might not be here, or your best friends may not be here, okay? And doing things that you couldn't imagine. Experiencing life, loving, living, and making a difference while you're here. No matter how you do it, changing one person's life. And when I looked at my son and knew that we may only have months, maybe days left, I didn't know. So I'll tell you what, I was scared to death, man. I was frightened out of my damn mind. I'd never felt so helpless in my life. Now that was my own personal, selfish feelings, but I'm going to tell you, as a parent, when you look at your kid and you know that they're dying, I'll tell you what, I hope none of you ever have to go through that because it's bullshit, man, and it sucks. But you know what? You get fed things in life, and how are you going to deal with it? You're going to step up and you're going to do it. So I'm making my point as far as my videos to the why, and I'll get to that, but I'm making my point right now with this. So I look at my son, and I started deciding, you know what, money doesn't matter. You know, I never thought about my rent. I never thought about my bills. I never thought about, oh my God, how is this going to be taken care of? And you know what? I'm grateful because there was a lot of great people in the community that came to our aid and it saved our ass. And I'm not afraid to admit that. You know, our jobs couldn't be kept. We had no income, man. Until we could get on Social Security for him, and someone will say, oh, this... trust me. Until you've been there, don't judge, okay? Because you wouldn't understand. And I hope you never have to. But I'm making a point here. I learned how to spend time. I learned how to quit wishing my life away. I learned how to quit saying, man, I can't wait till it's Friday. Can't wait till my next day off. You know, oh, I can't wait till it gets dark tonight. Trust me. When you get faced with life and death, you can wait. Because I'm going to tell you what, I treasured every single second I had with my son. And now I treasure every single second that I spend with my wife, with my daughter, and I treasure every single second that I spend with people I care about and people that I want to empower to become great in their life, okay? I looked at my son just in the days before he died, and it was inevitable. We knew that the end was near. I didn't think about money one time. Not one time. I didn't give a shit. You want to evict me? Evict me. You want to shut my power off? Shut my power off. You want to do all this crap? You want to take this from me? Take that from me? You can't take nothing more from me. You're taking my kid from me. You can't take much more from me. There's just ain't, my wife and my daughter, my parents. What else are you going to take from me that's going to do anything else to me? You think money matters? Money's bullshit, man. It's only a mere extension to get you things that you want. Now, do I want to make money? Did I say at the beginning of the video I was going to make $30,000 by April? Yes, I did. But now that gets back to the why. You want to know why you do things? You want to know why you do things? Because if you're doing them for money, you're never going to have any. And I had to find that out the hard way. You know what happened when I stopped worrying about money? You want to know what happened when I stopped worrying about the dumb bullshit in this world that doesn't really matter? I'm going to tell you what happened to me. My life changed. I had a breakthrough like you could never possibly imagine. I had a breakthrough that changed my life forever, man. It changed my life forever. I started realizing that the things you can buy with money really ain't worth a damn thing. And that what really matters is the time you spend here on this earth and what you do with it. Because I'm going to tell you something. When people lie on their deathbed, there's only a couple things that they ask. I'll guarantee you, and they ain't asking some dumb shit about if the electric bill is going to get paid. And they're not asking about, man, I hope I can get the new iPhone when it comes out. And they're certainly not asking about, man, I can't wait till Friday so I can get my paycheck. They're only asking themselves just a couple simple questions. And that question is, them questions are, I should say, did I live my life with purpose? Did I make a difference? Did I love people the way I should have? Did I actually add something to God's green earth? Did I matter to somebody? Did people matter to me? You know, because those are the real questions, people. And you know what? You know why I do what I do? I'm going to tell you why I do what I do. Because I don't care how much money it makes me or how much money it doesn't make me. Okay? Because when my boy was sick, I didn't care about money. You know what? When I quit chasing money, it was kind of like a lightning bug or a firefly. For some reason, it just showed up. And I don't take that for granted because a lot of people were very nice to us and helped us. And I will always be grateful to you for that if you're watching this video. But all I'm saying is when I stopped worrying about bullshit money, stuff started appearing in my hand. Things started happening in my life. Things started changing. The whole way I thought about everything changed. And the whole way you can think about everything will change if you just stop chasing the stupid crap that don't matter. So why do I do what I do? I'm going to tell you why. Because when I'm laying on my deathbed and I know that I'm about ready to go see the good Lord, I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to have any regrets for how I lived my life. I'm not going to have any regrets about knowing if I loved people enough. And I'm not going to have any regrets about knowing if I mattered and I made a difference to people. Because I don't care if 99 people reject me. If I can change one person, and I can change one person into thinking about how life really matters, then I'm okay with that. And I can die knowing that I was okay with how I lived and how I loved and how I mattered. I encourage you to do the same. Find out the why in your life. Find out why you do the things that you do. And if it's about money and you're not clear, hit the reset button and start again, man, because it's not a good enough reason. I hope that you're all doing well out there today, and I tend to ramble on for a long time, but I want you to understand a little bit about why you do the things that you do. I love what I do. I'm an Empower Network, I'm an internet marketer, I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm one badass dude who's changing people's lives one person at a time. And by changing other people's lives, it's changing my life. Cut all the petty crap out, man. Start living, loving, and mattering. Not just to yourself, but to other people. Make your friends and family proud. To say that they know you. And to be a part of your life. And empower them to be great. And be proud to be a part of their life. And don't forget the people who took care of you. Because I'll tell you what, man, it matters. It always matters. And you should always believe. I hope you're all having a great day, evening or morning, wherever you're at. And I want you to take care. And until the next time, I'll see you soon. Don't be a wussy. Just get in. Psycho is out.